Okay, ready. Okay, well. Yeah.
No fools.
I mean, you don't even need to do any, like, medium or heavy attacks. You can just kill me with light attacks. Oh, I forgot. How do I forget about that? Oh, this is it. How did you not land that ice barrage? If I just hit you with that icicle, I would have won. Alright, let me change my character. Wait, what is that? Oh, I see. Oh, who's next? Alright, just give me a sec here.
This kid's back.
Ready? Fight!
Okay, there we go. Command list.
Well, keep it real, baby. Do you even keep a trail? Come on, like this one.
Oh, sorry. Alright, I guess take a hit on me, and then we'll start. Okay, ready? Oof. Oh.
Oof.
I don't
Oof.
or crayons to teach you how to fight. Round 2. Fight.
Nice.
Oh my god.
That is such a crazy move.
Crayons to teach you how to fight. Oleander wins.
It's an overhead and you're fucking turning around, so it doesn't like...
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Says, never underestimate the power of a kick in the head. Round 1. Fight. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
It's over now.
Nice. That was close.
Y'all were cruising for a hiney whooping. That was close. Round 2. Fight. You're mine! Come here! I need more.
Oh my god.
Nice one.
You're driving me crazy with this one, by the way.
Win.
I'm going myself, how come he can't do an EX Fireball, but he's doing these launchers and following up and this, that, and the other?
Alright,
Oh my god.
one. That was a good one. Alright, he's...
The one all the way on the right with the, like, puppies, that one's crazy.
Yeah. I'm making my way over there.
I don't know what you're.
Yeah, this one's funny. I don't know about it. Actually is kind of like nuts, but like I don't know. This one and the other one have like crazy mechanics that I can't even begin to explain to you. So I don't know. This one's got like something about apples and fruit that she picks up.
Dang it.
I mean, I suppose you saw that one coming. Oh yeah, this is where you got me. You know what those apples were?
Yeah, so it's like one of the things that they do is like if you pick them up, then it means that like I can't jab anymore because my jab is now picking them up. So I'll get in like an animation of picking them up, and then you can wail on me. But I think they actually, if you let me eat them, it heals me. It's crazy. It's a crazy character, dude.
Wow. Don't know how I did that.
Ooh, magic pixel, baby! Oh my god!
That was clutch.
Save that replay. Save that replay.
Rematch?
Dude, I hit you with that super as you woke up.
Take your pick.
Ah, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the magic one.
I reckon you're in for a wrecking. Fred, look alive. Of course. Ready? Fight. What? Dang it.
Not going well.
Fucking hell.
Oh.
Y'all were cruising for a honey whooping.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's rough because if I go too short or too far, it's just a massive whiff, but...
Trip. Got it. Gotcha. You're in for a trampoline.
Oh, I thought that would work.
I am no weakling. This isn't over. Heyo.
Ooh.
That was close.
So much for me. That was close. Final round.
This is your character, by the way. I mean, unless you really like Pum.
No, I like the dragon a little.
That's true.
Oh, I don't know what that move is.
This isn't over. Gotcha.
Oh yeah. There we go. Here we go.
Ah.
Ooh. How does my ass look?
Yeah.
Oh, my thumb's getting sore.
Time to hit the books.
This book is back.
Ready? Fight.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Seriously? This isn't... It's over.
Oof.
I don't want to jump so often.
Yeah.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, there we go.
Logical outcome, really.
Yeah, I'm starting to dig this character.
Final round. Fight. You're in for a trampoline.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. Nice. I didn't. Yeah, that one was not my greatest.
Y'all were cruising for a honey whooping.
Yeah, that one I just had some tempo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like playing these games on a controller either. This is why I've been getting into fight sticks. Just because, like, the big buttons are actually so much more comfortable.
Ready? Fight. It's over now.
Oh yeah.
These are a few of my favorites.
These headbutts. Dung dung.
And kick it.
Hey, you better at defending.
Round 2. Fight. Boy, hook.
Ho ho!
Come here. Kids.
Ah.
Need more power. It's over.
Yeah, I didn't get that one. Alright, I'm gonna switch back to the dragon.
Okay.
Now you get the horns. Arizona wins.
I'm also gonna need to take a break. I'm getting blisters on my thumb.
Take your pick.
I mean, that's the other thing, is just that, like, I need to remind myself not to press too hard, because I just get too intense.
Yeah.
That's why, like, having these big buttons, and then, like, I'm not using just one thumb for everything, I'm sort of, like, spreading the load out, you know?
Yeah.
Like my pa always says, put him up. Come, show me your power. Round 1. Fight. Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
Wow, I can't roll out of that. That's crazy. I thought I had you there.
Tuano's definitely faster. It's a little bit harder. Well, I mean, they're both hard to deal with, honestly.
Impressive. No more games. Now it's my turn.
Yeah, I think this game would be much more fun on a fight stick.
These are a few.
Just because, like my fingers feel fine.
Arizona.
Are you playing on a fight stick?
I mean, I'm actually, I have a fight stick, but I also have this, like, hitbox thing. Which is, like...
Maybe before I'm gonna get frustrated.
Yeah, we can stop. I mean, like, honestly, this was pretty close.
Yeah. I think I can definitely tell that you're getting better, and I'm still learning.
Yeah, I mean, also, just, like, to be honest, though, like, you and these launchers, you've taken to launchers in a way that, like, I still haven't. Like, the way you're launching me into the air and immediately jumping after me to, like, hit me again, that's something I really, like, takes effort for me to do.
And you're much better at defending than I am. I'm just, like, I don't think about backing off.
Yeah, that's true. But also, like, when I'm defending, like, you've been good at, like, mixing up that launcher with that overhead that fucking Oleander does, and that's hard to deal with. Like...
Good to know.
But, like, yeah, like, Oleander felt like you were making me, like, block low and high, and Tuano made me feel like you were making me, like, switch between left and right, because she can go left and right like crazy. Whereas, like, Oleander, I think you, like, teleported and, like, threw me, like, once, but, like, Tianho, you've been, like, left and right, mixing me up all the time.
I keep trying to roll through you, yeah, and then try to switch it up a little.
Yeah, that's definitely been working.
I can definitely tell when you're trying to rope. Like, 90% of the time, I can tell when you're trying to rope me.
Yeah, you can tell because I, like, stop doing stuff and wait for you to hit into that fucking sweet spot. 100%.
That sweet spot is, like, pretty close. Like, it's not... You know, there's been times where I've been able to, like, roll into it to dodge it, you know?
Yeah.
But you can't rope me when I'm crouched. That's the other thing, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a couple times where you tried to rope me and I was crouched. You tried to rope me twice in a row and I was crouched and you didn't rope me.
See, I thought I was just like missing the spacing up. That's the other thing that like I sort of don't like about fighting herds that much is that like because we're literally four-legged animals, the difference between like standing and crouching is not that big compared to any other fighting game. Because like any other fighting game, your height is like at the 3/4 mark of the screen down to like the 1/3 mark. Where here is like we're always sort of like in the lower half of the screen, like. And the crouch just isn't that big of a transition.
Really? I can definitely feel when you notice, but you like the one thing that's hard for me is like when I'm defending and then you just like switch between medium and low attacks like really quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and also Arizona's really good if I'm like holding forward into an attack. Then the attacks change to those like little like mini suplexes where she sort of leaps a little bit into there and then comes down on you with an elbow.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to jump with that. That's just me doing a forward attack and she sort of gains like a little bit of vertical.
So it doesn't even count as a jump.
But it does count as an overhead, so like it is like
So that's kind of like the book, the reverse book.
Yeah, exactly.
Blender does, yeah. Which it is incredible. Like,
yeah, that one's nuts. I mean, that's the thing is that, like, when we pick mains, we'll probably be, like, better at, like, reading each other's moves than we are tonight, but...
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I don't recognize the first few frames of that animation as, like, oh, I better start standing up right fucking now. Like, I'm still just like, what?
Doesn't the overhead still hit you if you're standing up, though?
But if you're standing blocking, then that's what blocks a high attack.
Oh, I see.
So what I've been doing is like holding down and back so I'm crouch blocking because like that'll normally do like both low attacks and like non-overhead regular attacks. Whereas like standing and blocking is like overhead attacks and non-crouching regular attacks, you know?
So it's like a tiered, right? Where it's like...
Yeah, so there's some attacks that like both will be blocked by. Exactly. And then the other thing is that it tends to be in like most fighting games is that like the overhead is slower, so it's a little bit easier to see like, oh, I need to stand up and go into standing block.
Yeah.
Honestly, like you might want to look into Skullgirls. I don't know how much like I mean Skullgirls is sort of more overwhelming and less overwhelming in a way. But it's sort of like the same engine kind of like it'll seem very similar and their tutorial is like different and it's sort of like explains similar concepts but in a different way that might be like worthwhile looking at.
Okay, I'll definitely take a look at it.
And then the other thing that might be fun for us is that Footsies game that was in that video that's sort of like almost Game Boy graphics. I mean, it's only like $4. And also, like, this is what I've been saying, like, that was really a good netcode. Like, I didn't notice the internet getting in our way at all, which is sort of crazy considering how fast the game is. Like, it's the exact opposite of Outriders.
Yeah.
That's why I've been, like, all these fighting games that have rollback netcode, which is what, like, we've been using, that's why I've been, like, buying them just to fucking, like... For some reason, Japanese developers are, like, resistant to changing their netcode. Some of it's just because, like, they develop for Japanese audiences, and, like, Japan's population density is so severe that, like, no matter how crappy your internet is, you have a ping to anybody else in the country is like 18. Like, that's just it, you know?
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter how bad their netcode is if there's just... And also, like, they still have arcades, and arcades don't really care about netcode at all. So that's why they, like, don't really give a fuck about it. But slowly, we've sort of been, like, forcing them to care more about netcode. And there's this, like...
But isn't Street Fighter netcode? And weren't you saying that was really good?
No. It, like, has gotten better than it was, but... They call it rollback, and it sort of is, but whatever they did it wrong, and some of it's because they're, like... They were one of the first games that was cross-platform between PC and PS4, like... For whatever reason, they just, like, got Sony to agree to that very early on. And I think that's some of why their netcode is... They actually had this weird thing going on where, like, this guy figured out that they had done netcode the wrong way and was, like, fucking things up. So he released this, like, DLL that you could, like, patch your PC version with and get, like, a much better experience. But the problem was that, like, if you were playing somebody with the PS4, it just made their experience all the more worse. Like, it sort of made it twice as bad for them. And most people are playing on a PS4, so Sony was just, like, not gonna, like, tolerate that. And then, like, when they sort of, like, patched being able to use that guy's community-made fix out, they, like, said that they, like, improved the netcode, and they sort of did, but not to the extent that everybody's, like... It's not buttery smooth like it is in these games. This game that we're doing has really good. Skullgirls has really good. That Footsies game I was talking about has really good netcode.
Yeah, I just bought that one.
I mean, that's just like a lot less moves to like keep in mind. Like, there's no like quarter circles or anything, but there is like different. There's 2 different kinds of attacks. And, like, you can also, like, charge them up and do, like, interesting things. It's actually, for a game that looks like a Tamagotchi, I had fun just against the computer.
Yeah, I've already downloaded it. Oh, yeah, it's only 200, or it's only 23 megabytes.
Yeah, it's the smallest game I've played in years, for sure. But yeah, this is what I'm playing on now. This fucking bad boy right here.
Yeah, it's tough because, yeah, there's definitely, I feel like this would be, if I had the same setup as you did with that, it would be a lot easier to be more precise in my flicks.
I think it's crazy. I mean, like, I had... Let me show you the other thing I have. I think I have a good picture. I have one that's like a stick, like not those white buttons. But like, yeah, here's a good... I mean, if you live near me... Oh my god, that picture's... I mean, if you lived near me, I would just give this to you, but like shipping to Canada for something this heavy would be insane. This is what I have, and like, I really liked it enough itself.
I like the button idea way more than the joystick.
Yeah, it's just so correct, like, and plus you can do fucking tricks with it, like, okay. Because it's possible to do left and right at the same time in a way that, like, you can't do on a joystick.
Yeah.
Then, like, what most, like, things like this hitbox does, or, like, games try to do it on software level, is that, like, they'll do this, cleaning of the inputs if you do, like, simultaneous opposite directions, right? So if you do left and right, it'll just come out neutral, like you're not hitting anything.
Yeah.
But that means if you hold down left and just tap right, it's almost like you...
And then that sentence, that corrects your position, right?
It, like, the game reads that as you doing left twice. So, it, like, you can just sort of, like, tap right once, and then that, like, gets treated as a dodge. Or you could hold it down, and then you'll stop moving, and then let it go, and immediately go to the left. And then you can do other things, like, down and up, it comes out as, like, jump. Because they just like, decided that, like, for vertical directions, jump would have the priority. But that's cool, actually, because, like, you just sort of work in reverse, and there are, like, characters like Guile and Street Fighter, who their moves are based on, like, charge characters, so you, like, hold back and then do forward and, like, do, like, a button. But you can also do, like, down and then do a button. And then, like, Street Fighter has enough sloppiness that, like, down and back will count as a charge for whichever one you want to do. So then you can, like... there's just like it ends up being that like if you just look up like hitbox, you know, whatever for your characters, you could normally like find some shortcuts. Like the dragon punch is not like a quarter circle forward. It's like a bastardization of a quarter circle forward. It's like forward and then down forward.
Yeah.
But like that means that like you can hold down and forward and then hit back, and then that counts as just down. So then like when you let go of back, it counts as down forward again. And for Street Fighter in a lot of games, that's actually good enough. So you can just sort of like hold down and forward, and then like you'll be crouching and then just hit back and then hit the attack, and you can just like there are all these like little shortcuts you can do with that thing. That's just like I haven't really gotten into them yet, but there's some craziness.
Because one of them, one of the characters I was looking at, you know, it had a Z and then a D.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I don't know like how you do a Z attack, like.
Yeah, it's that dragon punch. It's like forward, then down, and then down forward.
Forward, down, diagonal, and then forward again.
You normally don't have to do forward again.
Okay.
It's just like forward, then back to just down, and then down forward. So, like, actually, am I still streaming? Yeah, but there's like a little bit of a lag. Okay, yeah, if you like watch the stream now, if you click on it.
Oh, there we are. Yeah. Oh, so you go forward, back, and then both.
Well, that's not back, that's down.
Well, that's what it means.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna mute it because I can hear myself. There we go.
Oh, I guess I was hot mic too. But yeah.
Okay. How much did that cost?
I like made it. So like all told like 200, I guess.
Oof.
But I mean like I went for like you know, the buttons I spent a lot of money on. The buttons, they have like mechanical keyboard switches inside of them.
Yeah.
And I also like bought like wiring harnesses instead of just buying a spool of wire and like sort of soldering it all, just because this was like a lot easier to like it's a lot easier to like do, set up and troubleshoot. And then like the case, I sort of like got like a decent case.
That's what I was kind of questioning, is how do you get a plastic case like that?
I mean, they just have like multiple companies that just sell these like modular style cases. There's one that does like rolled like steel and aluminum, that and they're fucking like tanks almost. But I wanted one that I could like see through. And then they also have shit like
I wonder if I could set up my keyboard. I was thinking I should be able to set up my keys just like that, right?
That's what I was, and then yeah, that's why that like jump is the big one down there because it's space.
Hmm.
And then like they also have these things you can do where it's just like you drop the WASD in there. There's this like $50 drop in that you just sort of replaces the stick with this like WASD cluster.
What?
Yeah, it's like the last picture I sent.
Oh.
Like it had like a stick the way my like stick has, and he like swapped that out.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, I would say you should try setting up like.
I think like once you're get your main or whatever, it's gonna be. If I don't do that, it won't be as fun for me.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, I mean, you can get used to doing iPad. Like the best people in the world in fighting games right now, I would say, out of all the people who are clearly the best, 60% of them are on a controller. So like it's doable. I think almost all of them use the PS4 DualShocks just because like everybody was playing on PlayStation because PS4 won. I don't know if it's because like the PS4 D-pad is just like that much better than the Xbox D-pad. I know that like I didn't like playing on the what I did actually. Oh, this might be impossible to find in Canada. This controller, I love playing on. For whatever reason, this D-pad is sick. And it just like reads what your thumb wants to do. And the buttons are like smoother, and like for them's fighting herds, the 6-button face thing doesn't really help that much just because it's a 4-button game really.
Yeah.
But a lot of other fighting games are 6-button games, so actually it's sort of like sick having all 6 on there. And like when I bought this, it was only like $30. I don't know how easy or how expensive it would be in Canada, but that might be, I mean,
What's it called?
the Hori Fighting Commander. And for whatever reason, that D-pad, it just feels a lot more gentle. It's like it sort of like floats on something inside of there, and it's just like
And I could use that for
like retro games.
yeah, but it says it's PlayStation 4.
I mean, there's an Xbox version, but it's even harder to find right now.
Yeah, it's $126.
Oh my god, that's not worth it.
$40 shipping. Yeah, it's shipping from the States.
I mean, you know, there's COVID has just, and I also think that like Hori is just not making these anymore because people are buying PS5s now, so they're just gonna come out with a new model soon. I also think that's what's going.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of COVID, I had to start hoarding bike parts just so I could have parts through the summer.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, it's really hard to get bike tubes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I assumed you were talking about something more complicated.
No.
That's a little crazy.
Bike tubes and tires are hard to come by.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like, I don't know.
Like derailleurs or something.
Yeah.
No. I had to, I replaced the tubes of my bike every 1,000 kilometers. And I had to go like 3,000 kilometers last year without replacing the tubes because I just couldn't find.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
bike tech video channel. I don't remember.
Oh, did I send you the link to that Canadian?
Oh, I know. It was this.
You?
Oh, this guy changed his channel name. For sure. What did you send me?
The